All right, everybody, welcome back to the OffBeat Sports Podcast. Me and Harry back with the show,
God
presented
damn.
by. Um, yeah, so we're
Dude.
gonna be talking Patriots
Dude.
Buccaneers recap.
Holy
Big
shit.
game, big game.
That was
Um,
crazy, bro.
It's a game we could have won. I don't want to say should have
I'm
won
no,
because
I'm not
it's
gonna
like,
say we should have,
but we played great. Which it gave me a lot of hope and happiness. As the Red Sox just scored a run. So, but
hey.
it gave me a lot of hope for the rest of the season in what this team can actually do. Because we play like that against the Saints or the Dolphins, we were
win
3
that
and
game.
we would be three. We
win
would
that
have been
game.
3-0, and I just think we got to get some consistency going. Although 19 points from defense, pretty good. I'll take it. So,
Hey, listen.
defense, or offensively, 17 points isn't great, but I just felt like they were moving the ball better.
See, all right. So I'm gonna start out with this. The QB to QB comparison. Mac killed Brady. I wouldn't say killed, but Mac outplayed Brady. Mac Jones outplayed Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
And that's against a better defense, yet again, a more injured defense. They lost all three of their starting cornerbacks since week one. Richard Sherman was really the only one who really took a role in that. Jacoby Myers was probably the best weapon, if I had to say. But Kendrick Bourne
had a good game.
Kendrick Bourne, I loved it. He was amazing.
Hunter Henry had a hell of a game.
That's what I'm saying.
Johnny Smith showed flashes. This is what we were talking about. This is what we talked about last week. This is what we talked about.
I just want to say two things real quick from last week. We predicted the shit out of this game. We predicted it almost exactly how it went.
Can I say so? Ready? Guess what? What did I say last week? I said they're gonna attack the cornerbacks, get the ball out fast, keep it away from the middle of the field, to keep it away from the linebackers, and get the ball out before the lineman can get to you. Attack those corners, out routes, dump downs. Guess what they did? All of that stuff. Quick passes. They got that ball out fast. I think the offensive line was just as bad as they've always been, but it looked a little bit better because Mac Jones was getting the ball out so fast.
And he was moving.
He was moving. 4 sacks. Yeah.
He was moving around, and I love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, one of the biggest things I want to talk about is two things. So what I said last week, what we needed to do to win was, one, we need to go for those plays because Mac's been playing very conservative. We went for those plays against the Saints, and it bit us in the ass. But I said we needed to go for those plays, those surprise plays, those deep throws, those risks, those tries,
plays, yeah.
And we did, and they worked. And it wasn't, and like I said, don't go for it on third down. Don't go for it on a long situation. Surprise the defense. They surprised the defense, went for it on first and second downs, and they played amazing. Jacoby Myers, 2 for 2, had 45 yards thrown. On trick plays. He threw it twice, 45 yards. That's pretty damn good.
And like we said, they didn't run the ball. They didn't run it all. It was kind of a really bad running day, but
that was what I was going to say next. That's what I was going to say next. I said it last week. I'm like, our running game needs to change. Our running game needs to get better and needs to get better fast. Let's talk about New England rushing. Nelson Agholor, Nelson Agholor, a wide receiver, had the longest run for our team, and it was 4 yards. Damian Harris carried the ball 4 times and had -4 yards. JJ Taylor carried the ball once and fumbled it.
That's the last time we see him for the season, sadly.
Yeah.
I love JJ. I love JJ. Yeah. Forever grateful he came on the show. It was tough. It was a tough look. I hope we get to see him again because I think it's a little mistake, but I don't know. Maybe we will because of the whole James White thing, but that was tough.
What I hope we get to see him on here again. Because I'm sure he has a lot to talk about, a lot to say, and what was going through his mind. Because that was probably the biggest game of his entire life. And it's sad to see it happen, but hey, some people crack under pressure. That's not necessarily his fault. Helmet to ball contact, that ball's popping out of anybody's hands. It was a good tackle. right where it needed to be, and it just sucks that JJ was on the other
Wet
side of
ball
it.
too. Wet ball too.
Wet ball downpour
But
game.
yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, running game was what we
It
expected,
was terrible. It
non-existent.
was terrible.
They weren't trying to run the ball, and that's what I was saying. But like in the announcement in the beginning of the game, like they were talking about, they're like, oh, they're not really going to the rushing game. This isn't what we expected. And I'm like, you guys are professional football analysts.
Yeah,
I'm like, I feel like anybody in there, like anybody that's ever seen football, could predict why or that the Patriots would just try and throw the ball as much as possible because against hurt corners in a filthy defensive line, why would they want to run the ball? Like,
exactly.
it doesn't make any sense.
When we did run the ball, what happened? We got stuffed or carried behind the line. It wouldn't make
I
sense
was
to run the
like,
ball.
I was just laughing. Like, I was like, these are professional football analysts. Like,
And here, so let's give a quick talk about how the game ended, because I know there's going to be a lot of debate.
I want to get there, but I want to just talk about defense real quick.
Yeah, no, I want to talk more about receiving. Actually, can we
Okay,
hit
we'll talk
receiving
receiving
first?
first, receiving and then
All right,
defense, and then we'll get
all
to that.
right. So some crazy stats right here. Kendrick Bourne played great. Kendrick Bourne went 5 for 5 for 58 yards. His longest was 17. Jacoby Myers went 12 for 8. So if you, all right, let's talk. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to fantasy. If Jacoby Myers is still available in the waivers, pick Jacoby Myers up right now and start him as a flex or wide receiver too. Absolutely a flex. He's a 1,000% flex play. But if you have a bad wide receiver core,
I
put
would
him
say
at
in a
wide receiver too.
12-man league.
I'm in a 10-man league, and he's perfect for it.
My 10-man league, my flex is either Jalen Waddle or Cole Beasley, but we'll not get into that. I don't.
I mean, I have Darrell Henderson as a flex because I don't really have good wide receivers. But anyways, Jacoby Myers, he played fantastic. I mean, throwing and receiving, because I mean, he's not a quarterback. He shouldn't be throwing the ball. Well, when he threw it, he played great. When he caught it, he played great. His route running looked amazing. His feet looked nice, and the whole wide receiver core was on point. They were ready for it. I mean, N'Keal Harry's back. I mean, yeah, he had one catch for 10 yards, but he was only targeted one time. So like that's something like, yay, N'Keal Harry's back. They let him like warm up this game. Jonnu Smith played good. Hunter Henry played great. He just showed what a beast he was. He showed that he was hungry for the ball, hungry for some end zone action, and he got one. Brandon Bolden secured the James White role that we were looking for. He played fantastic. He did what we needed him to do. The announcer said it better than I could. They're like, Brandon Bolden came in and he had to take care of what James White left off on, and he did good. Like, it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm extremely happy with how the receiving core did this week.
Yeah, me too. Now getting to defense, I think defensive line did okay. They're kind of getting killed a little bit rushing early, but I think they kind of figured it out. It wasn't too bad.
It's what we said would happen
Yeah,
too.
Matt Judon had a hell of a game again.
Hell yeah, he did.
I like him. Everyone likes him.
Josh Uche was a little.
Donovan Mitchell likes him. Did you see that? Did you see that,
Yeah,
Twitter thing?
I saw that. I mean,
But
Josh Uche had a tough game, but I mean, he was there when he needed to be. He provided pressure. I'll say that much.
I actually think Van Noy had a pretty good game. And then cornerbacks, I think everyone played fairly well. I wouldn't say there was anyone that kind of got burned a ton. But and then now we're looking to add a Jamie Collins to the mix too. If you saw that today, that'll be pretty helpful. I think
that would be nice.
Get another pass rusher with Judon. But yeah, I think defense overall looked good. 19 points is solid. I'm happy with only letting up 19 points. That puts your team in the game to win it. I mean, they didn't cause
especially against
turnovers, which kind of was tough. But I mean, they definitely kept the team in the game, and I think,
absolutely
that's all you can ask for from your defense.
Especially against a team like Tampa Bay. I mean, those are the recent Super Bowl champs, defending champs, and we held them to 19. And the team led by Tom Brady,
and arguably the best offense in the league. So,
and I will say this. I don't think this is controversial for me to say at all. It felt like watching a Super Bowl. That was one of the best Bill Belichick coach games I've ever seen in my life.
It was, and everybody who was wondering, does Bill Belichick still got it? Can he still put together game plans? You saw it right there.
Saw it right there.
There's nothing else. That was definitely the most intricate and most like strategically put together game plans I've ever seen, and
now
it worked to a T.
Now you can say Bill Belichick wouldn't be Bill Belichick without Tom Brady, and I'd still agree with you. You can say Tom
But
Brady was
Brady
the bigger
wouldn't.
half of the Patriots.
No, but Brady wouldn't be Brady without Belichick. So I mean,
Exactly. He needed
who's
that
about that?
leadership role. He needed that leadership role. But like everybody's saying, like, oh, Belichick's nothing. Belichick's a shell of what he used to be. Yeah, he has a losing record without Brady. It's as simple as that. Like Browns, he was bad, and now he's like not great. But we saw him. It's still Bill Belichick. And when he comes to play, he comes to play. He put on a show. He set up what we needed to do. The defense looked fantastic. The only thing I'm going to say about this game is I'm going to sound like a broken record here. The run defense and the run offense. It's the only thing stopping us from being a positive team.
But I'm not honestly the run offense. I wasn't hugely concerned with because we knew they weren't really trying for the run offense. They only
I
rushed
know
the
that
ball how many times? Like total
it was
12
eight
times,
times.
maybe
8 times.
8
No, it
times.
was a
Yeah,
total of 8 rushes.
yeah, exactly. So they clearly had a game plan, not including it. They could have run the ball if they wanted to, but I think they just felt more comfortable going attacking those cornerbacks, which makes sense.
But if we're talking about run defense, like we Leonard Fournette averaged 4.6. Ronald Jones averaged 4.2. 6 carries for 25 from Ronald, 20 carries for 91 from Leonard. And Tom Brady got a 6-yard run. Like Tom Brady ran the ball. But like the run defense, they just need to figure out a way to work with it because the pass rush is amazing. I love the pass rush. What we've seen
I
from
wouldn't say
that is
amazing,
perfect.
but I would say they're doing pretty well.
No, absolutely. I would like to see our run defense improve, which is what I'm hoping. Not talking about. Which is what.
Wait,
All right, but
no. So let's talk about that last play.
okay.
Okay. So this is my thing. I'm gonna let me just preface this conversation.
No, yeah, I got you.
Me and my dad were talking before the play. We were both questioning why aren't they going for it? Because and we were talking about how like you're giving Brady a minute, even if you like make it, you give Brady a minute. But that's what my dad was saying. But I was saying, I mean, you got a hurt kicker with rainy conditions from 56 yards. I didn't think that was you're putting yourself in like a winning position. But with that being said, did I hate the decision to kick the ball? No, because if he made it, we'd all be like, "Oh yay!" If we won the game and like he made it, I'll be like, "Oh yay!" But then if like he elected to go for it and he missed, all right, or I mean, they didn't get the fourth down, then people would be criticizing that. So I mean, you're gonna get it. You make your decision, you live with it, and you work with what you got. And I think, and personally, I thought they should have gone for it. Do I think like Belichick's had like fault and like I think it was stupid? No, I don't think it was stupid. But
So here's my take on the last play. So like you said, I'm in North Carolina. You talked to your dad before the game. My dad's in Massachusetts. I'm in North Carolina. I called my dad because my dad put out a Facebook post. He's like, "This game is absolutely crazy," and I instantly responded to it while I was watching. So I give him a call and we talked right before the play. And it was like he was like, "They gotta kick it. They gotta kick it." And in my mind, I'm like, "They gotta go for it here." Because if they don't go for it here, I was thinking the same thing you're saying. You give Brady 50 seconds on the clock, he's bringing it downfield
with
for
2 timeouts.
With 2 timeouts, he's bringing it downfield. It's kind of hard not to, especially the way the run defense was.
Especially with how our defense in the like against Miami and like Saints, they couldn't get off the field on third down. So I mean, they couldn't get off the field on third down. So it was just like,
But so I mean, what I would say is like, in my mind, I'm like, they gotta go for it here. But I don't think we make it. I don't think we get it if we go for it there. I like because
we could have.
No, it's all 50-50. It's all 50-50, but I think we made the right play there. Me and my dad were talking about it after. Like, yeah, it's downpouring.
Yeah,
It's a 56-yard kick.
I didn't hate it. I just think it was just like if it was clear conditions, I would be like fine. But like he, on top of him being hurt, rain, wind.
I mean,
like,
it's a condition kick. It's a condition kick. It's purely because of the weather. Now that's a 56-yard. It had the distance. but it just took it somewhere else. Which, you know what? I'm not upset about it. Am I upset that we
Oh no,
lost?
no,
Am I
I'm
upset that
not
we
super
lost?
upset.
No, because I saw what I wanted to see from Mac Jones.
I am very, very happy with how that game went.
No, me too. It was
Disappointed in the result, but I would very happy, and that makes me confident for the next 3 games. We got Houston, which should be a win. Dallas, which will be a great game if it's anything like the Buccaneers game, and they have a good game plan. That should be a good game. And then I think we have the Jets, which should be another win. So you're looking at a 3. You're looking at a 3-4 record if you go 2-1 in those next 3 games, which isn't terrible. And if you go 3-0, then you're 4-3, and
yeah.
we're looking okay. So
That is that. If that is the most, I'm not upset that we lost because that is the most excited I've been for a game since the Eagles Super Bowl. Genuinely, I've
you lived
never
up to
been
the
more.
hype.
I've never been more entertained watching a game. I've never been more satisfied with how it played out than the Eagles Super Bowl. I mean, the Eagles Super Bowl, yeah, it was a letdown in the end. We lost, but I'm still happy with how we played in that. I'd say the exact same for this game. Like, we played well. Our defense showed up. I mean, yeah, we had some ticks and like drips that we like kind of slanted on a bit, but Mac showed us what Mac does. And if anything, I think the biggest takeaway from this game is Mac Jones is a quarterback. Mac Jones is not only is a quarterback, he's a quarterback to be actually looked at in this league. Now, he's not just a rookie quarterback that you're seeing, because he is in the top 10 rookies easily this year, and no other quarterbacks are there.
I would say he's right now. He's a top. He's honestly, I would say he's probably second in the offensive rookie of the year race right now for me.
I'd agree.
I would say first is Jamar Chase, second Mac Jones, maybe third. You go with like I'm trying to think.
Melvin Gordon's back up, the running back for Broncos. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, Jamal Williams. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I was thinking more Jalen Waddle, like guys like that.
I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, he's very clearly the best quarterback in his draft class so far.
Easily.
Like freaking.
And that's a draft class.
Lawrence
that's a
draft
draft class.
Zach Wilson didn't play great, even though they got their win. But
yeah. I mean, like I said, the biggest takeaway from this game is how Mac Jones played. Our wide receiver core is looking good. He's looking very comfortable with them. And N'Keal Harry just got off of his injury, so we gave him an ease into the lineup. Pitcher N'Keal Harry like fully recovered, which he is, but like fully ready to be in a game. You know what I mean? And wait till Mac gets some chemistry with him. Now you have Kendrick Bourne, like the small threat that everybody looks over. You have Jacoby Myers who's been balling out. Now you have N'Keal Harry back. And we have Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith as our tight ends.
I think if you work with that offense they ran on this week with like the quick passes, getting the ball out, I mean, we need to fix that offensive line, especially with 2 guys going on the COVID list today. But like, honestly, if that's what you have to do, do it. I mean, very clearly worked.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works against other secondaries, but I mean, Houston secondaries isn't like extremely special, so it might be something we can do again.
So, following this, because I know we didn't talk about Pats versus Texans coming up a lot. So I mean, so let's just do our final takes on the Pats versus Bucs game and our 3 things that Pats need to do to win against the Texans.
All right. So final thought on the game. I have hope now.
Yeah.
I liked what I saw. I think that that's all we could ask for in a Brady homecoming. Good for Brady. Broke Breeze's record. Now he's beaten every team in the NFL. But good for him. Respect to him. But 3 things for this week: execution, taking care of the ball, just not doing anything stupid to lose this game. I mean, if you just act like I said, execution, and I would say get the run going. This is a game where you could probably get your run going. So yeah, that's fine. What about you?
So my 3 takes is I was happy with the game. We lost. I was happy with the game. Playing Tom Brady in the Bucs, I was happy with the game. My 3 takes, Mac Jones, he looked good. I was happy with what I saw. He's definitely showing what he can be in this league. Run defense, We really got to work on just like blocking that because it was just straight digs and dives that they did the whole game, and it led up 4.6 average yards. So it's like it's something we got to look at absolutely, and something that needs to be looked at more in film. And it's going to be easier going against a run like not so much run heavy offense coming up next week, and run offense. It's just a running game for me. Now that's not what we're looking for mostly, but like you can't win Super Bowls if you can only pass. You know what I mean? You gotta have some people that can actually get you some yards, just like easy scrimmage chip away yards. Because at the end of the day, time's the crucial factor in winning a game. It's not how much points you score, it's how long you hold the ball compared to how many points you score. So if you can hold the ball for 9 minutes and score a touchdown, perfect. That's like exactly what I'd ask for you. Because it's killing away time and you get points from it. But so 3 things we need to beat Texans next week. What do you got?
I said mine. I put mine together.
Oh, my apologies then. So I mean, 3 things that we would need to do. Wow. Mac, move around more. I mean, yeah, he showed us it. I just keep moving because I mean, obviously our line isn't like the best at giving you time. So move around some more. Show us your versatility in the pocket. Brandon Bolden, I think, needs to actually like kind of like be our like go-to on the run game, like because we're not a run.
I would say go-to on like the pass game out of the
that's what I'm saying. Like he's our go-to for receiving back. So I feel like we should see him a lot more. And then defense. Play like you did against the Bucs, and you will have no problem against the Texans. This is a must-win game.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's all I got for today's episode for our Week 4 Patriots recap. Thank you to Celsius for sponsoring this episode. Thanks to Harry.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to check us out on social media at @offbeat_sports on Instagram, at offbeat sports on TikTok. Harry's been killing it on that side. We're gonna keep getting new content. So
one more thing to be looked at. If you haven't been keeping up with the offbeat pick'ems, I think Cross just beat me this week. So I think Cross finally took the lead.
I'll be releasing those soon, but I might have taken it this week.
I might have taken it. Hey, we don't know yet. You got to crunch some numbers first. But
let's add it up. All right.
But thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
All right. Peace.